From a young age, Lily always felt a peculiar sense of déjà vu. It was as though the world around her had been written in an earlier chapter, the ink still fresh on the pages of her mind. She would sit quietly in her room, gazing out at the rain trickling down the window, and in those moments, vivid memories would unfurl in her mind. Memories that belonged not to this life, but to another. It was not simply a matter of fleeting images or vague impressions. These recollections were detailed, textured, and deeply emotional. She remembered, with astonishing clarity, the feeling of rough stone beneath her bare feet, the echo of laughter in a sunlit courtyard, dust motes swirling in the golden air. There, she was not Lily but someone else, a girl named Amara, living in a bustling city centuries ago. She could recall the scent of ripe figs in the marketplace, the sharp tang of spices that lingered in the air, and the tapestry of voices weaving through the crowd. She saw herself, Amara, darting through the narrow lanes, her heart pounding with excitement. The city was alive, vibrant, and endlessly fascinating, its walls painted with stories and secrets. Amara's home was a modest stone house perched on the edge of a winding street. She remembered the heavy wooden door, the worn threshold that greeted her feet each day, and the way sunlight slanted through the small windows, casting intricate patterns on the cool floor. Her mother would kneel by the hearth, humming softly as she prepared a meal. The aroma of bread baking was a comfort, a familiar embrace that lingered long after the day's worries had faded. Her father was gentle, his hands skilled at carving wood and shaping it into tools and toys. Amara would watch him work, entranced by the rhythm of his movements and the stories he told. Tales of distant lands, lost treasures, götters, and brave heroes. One memory stood out among the others, as clear as if it had happened only yesterday. It was the day of the festival, when the city was transformed by music and color. Lanterns hung from every doorway, and the streets were thronged with people dressed in their finest. Amara slipped on a simple dress of blue cotton, tying a ribbon in her hair. She joined her friends, their laughter mingling with the melodies that drifted from the musicians in the square. There was dancing, song, clapping, and the shared joy of celebration. She remembered the taste of honey cakes, the stickiness on her fingers, and the exhilaration of running beneath the lanterns as dusk fell. In those memories, emotions were sharp and distinct: the thrill of adventure, the sting of disappointment, the warmth of love, and the ache of loss. Amara had a younger brother, a mischievous boy with bright eyes who adored following her through the city. She remembered teaching him to climb the olive tree outside their house, their laughter echoing through the leaves. She recalled the sadness when he fell ill, the worry etched on her mother's face, and the comfort she tried to offer. The pain of his absence was a shadow that lingered, a reminder of the fragility of happiness. Lily would often wake from dreams that felt more real than her waking life. She could see the faces of friends she had never met in this world, hear the cadence of a language she did not speak, and feel the weight of responsibilities that belonged to another era. She remembered the way Amara would help her mother wash clothes at the river, the cool water rushing over their hands and the stories shared in quiet whispers. She remembered the thrill of sneaking out at night to watch the stars, lying on the warm stones and gazing up at the endless sky. There was a sense of wonder, a belief in magic and possibility that colored every moment. As she grew older, Lily's memories became more layered, weaving together the threads of two lives. She could recall Amara's first love, a boy with laughter in his eyes and dreams of adventure. They would meet in secret beneath the old fig tree, exchanging promises and hopes for the future. The memory of their farewell was bittersweet, marked by the uncertainty of fate and the courage to let go. She remembered the ache in her chest, the tears she shed in the quiet hours of the night, and the determination to move forward, carrying the lessons of love and loss. Amara's life unfolded in seasons, each one marked by its own joys and sorrows. She remembered the harvest, the fields golden and heavy with grain. The entire city would gather to celebrate, sharing in the bounty and the sense of community. She recalled the long winters when the world was hushed and cold and families huddled together for warmth. There were moments of fear, the distant rumble of thunder, the uncertainty of illness, the challenges of survival. But there was also resilience, the strength found in family and friendship, and the hope that each new day would bring possibility. Some memories were sharper than others, etched into Lily's mind with a clarity that defied explanation. She could remember the feel of parchment beneath her fingers, the excitement of learning to read and write. Amara's father would patiently guide her, tracing letters and words as she struggled to master their shapes. The joy of discovery was immense. The ability to record thoughts, to share stories, and to connect with others across time and distance. There were darker memories too, moments of conflict and loss. She remembered a time of unrest in the city, the tension that simmered beneath the surface, and the fear that gripped her family. She recalled the bravery of her father, the way he stood firm in the face of adversity, and the sacrifices made to protect those he loved. The resilience of her community, the way people came together in times of need, left a deep impression on her soul. Lily often wondered why these memories had persisted, why the life of Amara felt so close, so real. She pondered the mysteries of existence, the possibility that life was a tapestry woven from many threads, each one contributing to the whole. The lessons she carried from her past life shaped her perspective, teaching her empathy, gratitude, and the value of connection. In moments of quiet reflection, Lily would close her eyes and let the memories wash over her. She would feel the warmth of the sun on her skin, hear the distant call of a market vendor, and taste the sweetness of honeycakes. She would remember the love of family, the bonds of friendship, and the courage to face the unknown. These memories were not simply echoes of another time. They were a part of her, woven into the fabric of her being. As she moved through her present life, Lily found herself guided by the wisdom of her past. She cherished the simple joys, a shared meal, a kind word, the beauty of nature. She faced challenges with resilience, drawing strength from the experiences of Amara. She sought to live with compassion, to honor the connections that bound her to others, and to embrace the mysteries of life with wonder and curiosity. For Lily, the memories of her past life were a gift, a bridge between worlds, a source of inspiration and understanding. They reminded her that every life is precious, every moment is fleeting, and every story is worth telling. And as she looked to the future, she carried with her the lessons of the past, ready to write new chapters in the unfolding story of existence.